Welcome everyone. This is Ageless Balance. I am Ron. We are going to do today some marching like this. We're going to do strength and we're going to do core. Important stuff. The more and more you read about strength training for adults, the more important it's being learned that it is. So we have to make sure we keep those muscles nice and dense. We need to make sure that we've got the metabolism up. We can get all that just from lifting weights. Yes. All right. You ready? You ready? What are we doing first? Arms up on the side. Deep breath in. Roll the shoulders up. And exhale as you bring the arms down. Roll the shoulders back. A couple more times. Bring it up overhead. Deep breath in through the nose and back down again. One more just for fun. Just for fun. Up. See if we can get those arms just a little bit higher, a little bit over the top. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And now we go into just a march. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Find your balance. All the strength exercises will be upper and lower body. Everyone will have an upper body component. So if you are not comfortable doing the exercises standing up, go ahead and sit down. Just do the upper body and move the lower body around a little bit as you're sitting there. All right, going to bring up foot and kick it out. Step up, find your balance on that single leg. Up and out. Don't push yourself over. Weight shift over that stationary leg as you bring the knee up and out. So remember, you're not going high. It doesn't matter how high you get up. You're not a rocket. You just want to bring that up and stand on that single leg as you move weight forward. Momentum's going forward and you're staying right over your base of support. Up and out, arms out to the side. We're going to put a little rotation in here, up and over. Bring the knee up. Shoulders rotate. That's all that rotates. You're bringing those arms around. Everything else stays forward and back, around and back. Get that arm behind you. Don't just reach across with the front arm. This is the entire shoulder girdle. Reaches across as you rotate and around and kick. Couple more. Little toy soldier action going here. Up and up. Just little of this. Weight shifting side to side. Knees are bent just a little bit because you never want to lock the knees out. And get the arms going with it. Up and up. If you can, start bringing that toe up off the floor. If it's right for you. If it's not, don't do it. Don't do it. If it's not right, don't do it. And up. Reach the arm out as you go. A little balance exercise here too. Stretching the arm out, stretching the shoulder out, but also balancing, using that core, warming it up to hold you over that stationary leg. And out, out, out. Oh, we're good. We're going to go into a squat. Butt back, shoulders back, chest out, and just kick that butt out. Don't have to go very deep here. It's just down, roll the hips, and come on up. So down you go like this, just like this. And roll the hips underneath, push up through the heels, and drive up underneath, right here. Straight down, keeping those shoulder blades back as you come up. Roll the shoulder blades back, bring the arms up overhead. Feel the stretch through the front of the shoulders, through the arms, and through the chest. Back down, roll the hips, and bring the arms up one more time. Remember, what you don't want to do is roll down looking at the floor or, yes, bending the back. You want to keep it straight in that neutral position. Bring it up. Hands on the thighs, going back into that squat position. We're just going to do a cat-cow. So feet are flat on the floor. Roll the shoulders toward the floor, pushing the middle of the back up toward the ceiling. And chest out. Bring it down. See if you can get just a little bit deeper with it. Deep breath in. Fill the lungs up. Exhale as you bring the back up. Shoulders to the floor. You're looking right straight down at the floor. Chin does not go to the chest. Deep breath in again through the nose. Pushing the stomach out. Exhale. As you bring the shoulder blades back and the chest up. Roll the hips and bring it up. Arm circles one at a time. Bring it up and around. So I'm doing a full circle. Your full circle may be out here, smaller. That's fine. Do what you can, but get that rotation in there through the arm. Palms up on the way up, palms down on the way down. Keep a little bend in that elbow as you go. Feel that muscle starting to stretch out a little bit. Shoulder warming up. Little bend in the elbow, down. Rotate the hand. So as you come to the bottom, you're bringing the hand up and around, doing a 180 with it, over the top, and back down. Rotate around, and back up. Other side, same thing. Start smaller, little bend in the elbow, again, as much as you need. Little movements. You can get bigger and bigger, getting that hand out a little bit farther, a little more lever length, around and around. Take your time. Just this one shoulder. Don't rotate with the shoulder. You want to keep the torso forward, working these muscles in the core all the way through. Up on the way up, down on the way down, opposite direction, bring it up, and back down in front, down in front, down in front. Rotate. Remember, you're down here, right here by the thigh, bringing that hand around, roll it as far as you can, bring it up, and back down again one more time. Up and back around. Heels to the posterior and up, up. Work on just this for right now. Knee pointing right straight down to the floor. Heel up as high as you can get it, wherever that is. Remember, when you get to the top, it's squeeze. One little squeeze, bring it up just a little bit higher. Arms up overhead. We're going to do a shoulder blades back, lat pull down, bringing the heel up at the same time that we bring the shoulder blades down. Squeeze them together, out and in. So you've got a little diagonal there. As you're bringing them back, elbows go back, shoulder blades, you can feel them working all the way from the neck to the middle of the back. Squeeze them together and out, in and out. Couple more here. One more right there. Out wide, out wide. We're going to do a hip hinge because there will be a number of exercises that will have hip hinges in it if you're standing up. So concentrate. Knee stays over the ankle. Butt goes out, keeping a straight back from the back of the head to the tailbone. Roll the hips underneath and bring it up. So again, coming down. Don't have to go very deep. If you can, arms out in front. Stretch out just a little bit more. This is a great stretch. You're going to feel it through the hamstrings, through the glutes, up the back, and to the arms. It's a fantastic stretch. Out, out, out. Butt goes back. Push it. Roll it and bring it back up again. Arms to the side. We're going to go into a forward lunge. Out. Arms up over. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. As you come down, arms go as far back as you can get them. So it's other leg out in that forward lunge. Roll the shoulder blades back. Chest is out and back in. Out. Shoulders back. Open up the chest. And back down, arms back as far as they'll go. Last one, forward, up, back, step it back, and down. We have two left. First one's going to be a reverse lunge back here. As you step back, I want you to do a hip hinge, keeping the knee over the ankle, and just bring that back right straight down. You're going to feel the stretch in the hamstrings of that lead leg. As you come down, push up, and bring the foot back in. Other side. Step back into that hip hinge, keeping the shoulder blades back. Only go as far as you need to go, or as far as you can go without rolling the shoulders down. Keep the shoulder blades back. Again, I love doing this where you go into that hip hinge and now drop the shoulders, feel that, and now bring the shoulder blades back and feel how much different that is, that open feeling you get when you bring that chest wide open, wide, bring it up. So shoulder blades are down, that's bad. Shoulder blades back, that's good. And bring it up. Shake that out. One last one. Feet apart, wide set, and just reach. Arm across and bring it back. Keep the hips forward, no rotation this time. Just bring the arm across. Shoulder girdle turns as a solid unit around. Great stretch for the upper back. Through the shoulder blades, all the way across, shoulder to shoulder. And out, going to go over top, cross body, up. Again, shoulders still rotate. Reach up. So that back shoulder's going back as far as you can get it. And now, make sure you get a little bend in the knees. I locked mine out. Don't do that. Push down and bring it up. Hip hinge if you want, but no rotation. Down but back. Don't rotate the hips and look off to the side. That will cause you back pain. And down. It would cause me back pain. Down and up. Last one down. Bring it back. Grab your water. Grab your weight. Grab your whatever. Grab everything. Grab whatever you got. Even the kitchen sink. Light weights. Light weights. You don't have any light enough, don't use weights. Use soup cans. Use anything, but the two have to be the same weight. So I don't have like a family size Campbell's soup next to a single serving Campbell's soup, where you got like a gallon of soup in one and a quart in the other. I'm just making up those volumes. I made that all up on my own. First one we're going to do, just giving you time to get transitioned here. Shoulder blades back, chest is out. Start right here. Get in your neutral position. You're looking right straight out in front of you. Little bend in the elbows. Looking out, we're going to bring the arms forward, up, and back down again. But that's not all we're doing. That's not all we're doing. Just want to get a feel for that first. Bring the arms up. Roll the palms up. Curl. Back down. And drop the arms. So you may not be able to get out that far. You may have the elbows really bent here, coming up, rotating, and doing that curl, and then back down again. That's fine. Do what's right for you. If you get too far out, shoulders are going to go forward. You're going to bend forward. That's not what we're looking for. Again, that's a lower back killer right there. All right, here we go. Forward raise, up, rotate the hand, bring the palms in, back down, going into that bicep curl, down to a hammer curl, and down. So up, forward raise, roll the palms up, curl, uncurl, and forward drop, I guess. The opposite of a raise. Up. I got to give myself a raise. Up. You got to talk to me about that. And bring it back down. Two more. Excuse me. Up. Palms up. Curl. Back. And down. That's the last one. That's it. We hit the 40 seconds. So we were done there. All right, next one. Two things we're going to do. First thing is just bring the feet out at a diagonal. Hands between for right now. Down. And push back up. What you're really concentrating on here is that the butt is going back like you're sitting down in a chair. Knees stay out wide, not collapsing back in. And up. With that, we're going to use the upper body. A little bend in the elbows. We're going to go down to that sumo or that plie squat. And then as you come up, roll the hips, bring the elbows up in that bent elbow side raise. As you go down, the elbows come down. Keep the knees wide on this. Make sure as you're coming up, you're pushing through the ball of the foot to the heel. Remember the triangle. Cross the ball of the foot to the middle of the heel. Push up, roll the hips forward so you feel this on the inner thighs as well as the outer thighs, out on the outside of the hips. And back down. Roll. Push up to the top and down. Again, if you need to, just do the upper body on this one. That's good enough. Do one half of it. Whichever one is the right one for you. One more time. Roll the hips, bring it up, push up through, and back down again. One weight down. One weight down. One weight in the hand. Into a stagger step. We're going to have the palms in that hammer hold. Arm is going to go backwards. So where we did the front raise before, we're going to do the same thing, but back this time. Back, little bend in the elbow, but the elbow doesn't hinge. It stays straight. So it's hold it, little bend, right there, and back down. Here's what we're going to add to that, though. Here's what we're going to add. We're going to bring the arm back, curl in, and then push back out again. So again, it's raise the arm behind you. You're in stagger step, knee over the ankle. Feet are parallel, elbows bent. Raise it in the back, curl, leaving that elbow back there, and then reverse row, basically. So here we go. Here we go. Up. Biceps. Excuse me. Shoulder. And upper back and chest. Up in the back. Curl it. Take your time with this. And back out. Remember that knee stays right over the ankle. Toe, heel, knee, hip. Everything's pointed right straight out in front of you. Curl and push. Put the hand on the thigh if you need to. You want to make sure that you don't rotate those shoulders. Up. Curl it. And out one more time. Reverse. Bring that arm up behind you. Bending at the elbow, bringing the weight forward, and then pushing out. We go to the other side. So with that one, the front leg's doing all the work. You should feel to the quadriceps, hamstrings right back here in the thigh, and the butt, the posterior. So, bending the elbow, arm out, bring it up behind you, curl, and push out. Up, up and back, down and back, down and front, up and back, out. Bring the arm up, roll it, and out. Little bend at the elbow, and out. So when we're doing this backwards one, we're getting the back of the shoulder, that deltoid and the back side of the shoulder, curling through the biceps as we bring that up. And this right here is using the chest. Again, up, curl. Make sure the weight is from the ball of the foot to the heel on that front foot. Back foot 2, toe 2, and out one more time. Swing it back, hold it right there. Feel the triceps working, biceps, chest. That's a little bit of everything on that one. That's a good exercise. Excuse me. Next. We're going to do split. Oh, yep. Right here. Feet apart, split squat. So we're going into that stagger step again. Here is really important that the feet are parallel, so you're not taking that back knee. If you have that foot out to the side like a lot of people do, and then they try to bring that knee forward, it collapses down. So like that it does. Don't let it do that. Don't let it do that. You want it to come right straight forward. Everything's aligned. Arms right up here next to the shoulders. Roll the hips. Shoulder press, working those shoulders on this one. And coming back down. How deep you go on that split squat does not matter. Coming down, rolling the hips underneath, squeeze the glutes, extending that back leg, bringing the heel up. Knee starts to straighten out a little bit, up. Don't lock it out though. Always keep a bend in the knee, in the back, and the front. Down. Actually, the front knee stays right over the ankle through the whole thing. And back down, so you don't want to let it go forward. You also don't want to let it go off to the side. And if your front foot is at an angle, that does give you more balance, but it's not the way you want to get it. You want the core to do the work. So make sure the feet are pointed forward, up, 5 seconds left, one more time, down, roll, and up. Whew. Those were the shoulders. They were the shoulders too. I'm going to take one of these things, triceps kickbacks, but other foot back in that split squat. So start out with just a split squat, coming down, knee stays over the ankle. As you do that, roll the hips underneath, squeeze that back leg, and bring it up. You want to feel the muscles in the upper half of the back leg going up into the glutes, so the hamstrings, glutes, and quadriceps. Down and up, elbows back. As you go down, extend. And as you come up, bring it back in. So down, roll the hip underneath, squeeze the glutes as you bring the arms up. Back down, knee stays over the ankle. Roll and up. When you're out in that Out and back here, doing those tricep kickbacks, you're going to want to hold it for a second and then roll the hip and bring it up. Biceps work to bring that arm forward. Triceps work to take it back. Roll and up. 2 more. Take it down. Kick the arms back. Roll the hips. Bring it up. I'm wobbling. Down. And roll. And bring it up. Set the weights down. Grab yourself a drink of water. We're not done with weights by any means. Not even close. But we do have to hydrate. There's always that. Shake the arms out a little bit. We'll do a couple of these just to get the muscles stretched out a little bit again, cool them off. They're all contracted from all of those tight exercises. And we'll just stretch them out a little bit. Next one we're going to do, grabbing the weights, palms up. I'm going to go back in that stagger step, whichever leg you want out front. Whichever one you're comfortable with. This is going to be a big move down, but just a little bit of a hip hinge, knee over the ankle. Palms up, bringing the elbows back, shoulder blades squeezed together, and back out. You're going to feel this all the way from the neck down to the middle of the back, that entire shoulder blade. That's big, and there's a lot of muscle in there. This exercise gets most of it. Keep the elbows low as you can, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then back out again, working the front of the shoulders to hold the weights right here in front. So bring it back, squeeze it together using those muscles in the upper back, and out. So this is a really nice job of working all the muscles from the middle of the back to the neck and out. Keep the palms up. Don't let them roll in as much as you can. The wider you can keep that, the more you can keep the palms facing up, the more muscle you're going to get in the back of the back, in the upper back. And out. Foot's flat on the floor, and that front leg, knee is staying right straight over the ankle. 3 more. Back. 2 more. 2 more. That's it. Make sure the shoulders are staying back. You've got that straight line from the back of the head all the way to the tailbone. Don't let yourself roll forward. Back. Squeeze it. And release. There's another one. All of these are really good when you're in the position where you're supposed to be. Just let it collapse and then bring it all back again. It's a huge, huge difference. It doesn't look like a big move, but when you're doing it slowly and feeling everything go into place, man, oh man, right? Man, oh man. Hands up. What was that commercial? Man, oh Manischewitz. That was it. Hands up next to the head, racked above the shoulders. This is where you're going to be idling. It's down. This is a big move. Bring it up in that arc. Elbow stays next to the body. Out and up on top and down on the other side and up. That's what we're going to do. With this one, especially make sure you're not twisting or leaning forward as that weight goes down. Hold those muscles back there. Put yourself in neutral position. Keep yourself there. Every muscle in the body is working. We can start. Every muscle in the body is working to hold you in place because you want those muscles to be strong in this posture. Down. Nice and slow. Bring it back up again. Don't bounce at the bottom. You go down. You stop before you get all the way down. Hold. And then come back up again. Again, stop before you get to the top. Don't let it just rest on the elbow. Down. Elbow stays right next to the torso. It makes it so much harder, so much more effective. Up. You're getting that wrong. I say harder, it's better. Down. And up. Last one. Bring it down. Curl it and bring it up. Whew. Shoulders back. Single weight. Single weight it is. We're going to do a reverse lunge. We talked about this. I warned you. This was coming. Stepping back into that reverse. Hip hinge down. Weight to the knee. So you're getting a deadlift in with this too. And then up. Bringing the foot in as the shoulders go back. Keeping the back straight is the key here. So as you come out and down, it's that hip hinge. Knee stays over the ankle. All the work happens in the back leg down. But now it's going to be the front leg that takes over as you lift that back leg and walk it in, keeping this front leg flat on the floor. So the front leg is doing all the work there. Hip hinge, lift the leg, and bring it up. Down. Down even more. Knee over the ankle. You're right over that thigh, and bring it up. A lot of people have problems with this hip hinge of bringing themselves down over that without the knee going out. Keep the knee where it is. You want to take the stress off the knee. If you take it forward, that's putting it right through that joint. You want the work to be done by the big muscles, the thighs, the thighs, hamstrings, and glutes. And up. And bring it in. Take your time as you're coming up. Down. And lift one more time. Step it back. Hip hinge down, hand at the knee, and then bring it in. We're going to the other side. Trying to force all that work into that front leg as you're doing that, balancing it, keeping that foot flat on the floor, working the ankles, working the muscles all the way up the leg. All right, here we go. Step it back, down, hand to the knee, lift that back leg, and up. Again, out, down, and up. Staying with that leg because I used the wrong leg. Down. When I started, I used the same one I used last time. So if you saw me switch legs, don't switch legs. That was just me. Me being me. And up. Take your time. Weight is in the heel. It's in the back half of the foot. Heavily in the heel, though. You're pushing up through as you come up. Step back into that hip hinge. Bring it up. So it's a reverse lunge, but it's really a single leg deadlift. As you lift that leg up in the back and move it up one more time. Step back, down, and up. Next one we're going to do goes back to the shoulders. If you're ready for it, single weight. Keep that one weight that you have. We're going to start out demo here. Arms up, weight is right next to the shoulder. Arms go up overhead in a rainbow because there's so many colors in the rainbow. And down, so many colors in the rainbow. Up, over, and back. I can't help myself breaking into song. Make sure you keep the shoulder blades back. Keep the arm off to the side. Only go up as high as is comfortable for your shoulders. And down. Make sure you're not leaning forward. So as that weight comes over the front, don't lean right up over the top. Instead, and down. We started 10 seconds ago. Up. Keep the weight flat. Parallel with the floor is what I mean by flat. Up. And over. I thought that deserves some clarification. Up. And bring it back. Shoulder blades are back this whole time. You're going to feel this heavily, not just in the shoulders, but in the trapezoids, going from the shoulder to the neck, as well as the very top of the back, top of the shoulder blades. 5 seconds left. 2 more times. Up and over. Take your time with it and bring it down. Other side up. Over and down. Whew. Stay with that single weight. Stay with that single weight. Wide set, we're going to go into a lateral lunge. Just wait. Hear me out. Watch this first. Down on the side. Important piece. Important piece here is that you are not rolling as you come down or turning the hips and doing all sorts of crazy rotation. This is shoulders square to the floor, right straight down on the side. Hold it out there and then push again. Foot flat on the floor on that lead leg. Rolling the hip, driving it forward. Feeling that knee not move. It hinges, pushing the butt back. That's it. Do not let the knee go forward and then push up through the toes. Don't let the knee go out to the side as you're trying to do a side bend. It is just shoulders straight down to the floor, butt back, and butt in. Okay, we're doing it. Down, hold that weight there. Roll the hip, bring it up. Staying on that same side. Don't lock the knee out when you come up. In fact, the less you come up, the more work you're putting into that leg. So if you just do little pulses, butt back, butt up, really driving that weight into the heel, down, but keeping the foot flat on the floor. But the work, you're going to feel most of the pressure in the heel as you bring that butt up and back out. One more time. Up, back down, bring it in, switch sides. So another way you can do this with a single weight is you go down on the side. As you come up to the middle, you hand off and then go to the other side. There's a lot of momentum that happens when you hand the weight off like that. So I like to do single side, keep it the way it is. You ready? Butt back, arm outside. Head does not go below the knee. Push the butt back when the hand gets to the knee. If you can get there. If you get there, you go down, shoulders straight back, and then drive the butt out, feeling the stretch through the hamstrings as you come back up again. All butt, out, and back in again. How high you come up, whatever you need for a break, but you should feel this in the back of the thigh and going into the glutes, the lower half of the butt. Down, shoulders back, square to the floor. Toes forward, don't go out at a diagonal. You're going to feel a whole lot more work happening on the inner thigh if you keep those legs out, toes forward. Back, butt out, and up. One more time. One more time. How many more times? One more time. Down and bring it up. Okay, put the weights down. There's a couple left, but we're out of time. We got some core to work here, some abs. Grab your drink of water before you sit down or set it near you so you have it available. Don't need no weights here. We don't need no stinking weights. Just need your chair to sit down in. This set of exercises is brought to you by, now we're working the lower abs, upper abs, and obliques. So we want to get those 3 sets of muscles. Obliques rotate us. They're a diagonal. You contract them and they bring you around. Lower abs, when we lift the legs up, we're getting those lower abs involved. And then when we squeeze coming down and come back up, that's working this upper half. Upper ab is the belly button to the rib cage. Lower abs are from the belly button down to the hip. That is one long muscle that goes all the way from the hips to the rib cage, but we can work it in sections, and that's what we're doing. All right, first things first. First things first. Shoulder blades back. It's a blinding flash of the obvious. First things first. Shoulder blades back, chest is out. Find your neutral position. Feet are flat on the floor, knees, toes, right straight out in front, foot flat, ball the foot all the way across to the middle of the heel. Keep it like that. Keep the knees over the ankles. So when we do some of these, there's going to be this tendency to drop out or knee goes off to the side. You want to keep this alignment all the way through it. Again, you need to strengthen the muscles up how you want them to be. Then they will go there automatically. All right, shoulders back, ears over hips. We're just going to start out with just a nice, easy march. Bring that foot up just an inch off the floor. Concentrate to start out with. Heel up, ball of the foot without you leaning forward, and right back down again. So use the hips to lift, or those hip flexors to lift that foot up off the floor. So don't push off on the ball of the foot to get you up there. Heel first, stop on the ball of the foot, lift, drop back down, and set it down. Working the hip flexors, the leg lifters, up, the non-shufflers, and back down. Getting that foot up off the floor, up, off the ground, so that when you walk, you are strong there, and it will automatically come up. I'm not alternating. And back down, up, and back. Knee right straight up, shoulders are still back, chest is still out. And back down. As you do this, you have this tendency, I have this tendency to kind of roll forward and start rounding my back. I have to reset often, up. Really feel these muscles working. Bring it up a little bit higher if you can. up, and back down. Getting it just a little bit higher, still not leaning forward. If you find yourself that you can't lift that leg here, keep it low, or here's a better one for range of motion. Grab onto the back of the chair or the seat behind you and then lift, but keeping those shoulder blades back, squeezing them together as you do this so you can get just a little bit more range of motion. You're going to feel these muscles working, even though you're holding on to the back of the chair. Those hip flexors are still working to lift the leg up. And this is much safer than if you start rolling forward and bring it up. You're not feeling these hip flexors at all when you're down here picking the leg up. You get back here and lift. It's decidedly different. Up. All right. Hands behind the head. Don't push the chin down to the chest. And as that comes up, rotate the shoulders and down. Knee up. Using those lower abs, rotation, using the obliques on the side of the torso, and back down, up. So don't lean forward. Don't try to touch the knee. I see this a lot, the rolling forward. So now you've got the back arched, and now you're going to try to rotate it at the same time. It doesn't like doing that. So just do that rotation. You can do a little bit of a hip hinge if you want. So as you lift the knee up, you bring the shoulders around, and then hinging at the hip, and bring it back up. It's going to be a super small move. If you feel any tweak in the lower back at all, stop immediately and go back to just this. Shoulders right straight across. So that little crunch there at the end kind of gets the upper abs involved too. But the rest of it, you're getting the obliques and the lower abs. That's 2 sets. Two sets for 1. Around and up, down, and back. Squeeze the core. Get that leg up there. Tighten up. And then one last contraction and bring it back one more time. Around and back down again. Arms off to the side. Just let them hang. So you should feel that all the way through the core, especially the lower abs. Hip flexors right in front of the hips and the lower ab muscles going from the belly button to the hips. Arms down to the sides right now. Shoulder blades are back. Side bend only. Just drop that arm down. Keep the sits bones flat on the floor. Make sure the shoulder blades are back, ear over shoulder. We're doing one thing. We're bending the spine sideways, and then we're bringing it back up to the middle. Other side. You're wondering where we were going to go next, weren't you? Down. Obliques doing the work to pull you down. And now on that opposite side, they're contracting to pull you back up again. So down on the side. Feel these muscles working on this opposite side. Tighten up. Get that core nice and tight as you come up. Other side down. Sits bones flat on the chair. Don't lean off to the side. And up. Spine stays straight on this as you're reaching down and up. Try not to let the head drop too much there. Over. And back one last time. Take it down. Hold it. Squeeze it. And back in again. Arms out to the side, shoulder blades back. Again, rotation, obliques. Going to start out with just this shoulders rolling and then bring it back. A little bend in the elbows, palms out if you want. See what gives you the best stretch. Make sure those hips are not moving. We're starting here so you can get a feel for this. Hips flat on there, just rolling the shoulder blades, working that thoracic spine in the middle of the back. That is where the rotation in the back happens. Reach and bring it back. Now, turn the torso at the same time. But again, same as you had before. Those hips don't move. Knees don't turn. If your knees are dropping out to the side as you do that rotation, you're not getting any work done in the obliques. You're just turning the whole body to the side. Around and back. If it's starting to hurt, go up into a cactus. Do the same thing. Out, around, and back up. Or hands on the shoulders and do it. Wherever you're at right now, 40 minutes into this, you might be getting a little tired. You may want to modify just a little bit. Bring it back one more time around and back. Arms down. Let's give the shoulders a break. Hands on the sides of the chair. Shoulder blades are back. Let me get at an angle here, an angle. You're out on the edge of the chair. That glute fold is right. Glute fold is between the thigh and the butt. Shoulder blades are back. Just bring it down. Use the chair. Use the shoulder blades. Squeeze them together. Coming forward. I found this as a cue when I was looking at some videos over the weekend of exercises, and I really liked this. I liked it a lot because it gives you that feel for shoulders back, chest is out as you hip hinge forward, so that the only thing moving, the only joint is in the hip. Down, keeping those shoulder blades back. Hands on the chair, push, and bring it up. And feel the triceps getting a little workout here for this one too. Again, down, shoulder blades are back, coming into it forward. Hold, and back up. Now, hands out to the thighs. Elbows out, we're going to do the same thing. Shoulder blades back. Down. Push up. Drive through the hands as you bring it up and down. So my elbows were out to the side, no good. 45-degree angle, palms that are diagonal. As you come down, you want to keep those elbows in a straight line with the wrists and push through the hands to come back up again. Where we go with this next? If you're comfortable with what we just did, shoulder blades are back, hands are between the legs, and roll the shoulder blades back, down. Going to feel the weight transfer into the feet. Get it into the heels. Don't let it go forward. Again, that'll take it into the knees. And then squeeze, bringing it back up again, keeping the shoulder blades back the whole time. If you have to, here's another way. Shoulder blades back, arms out, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then come up. This drives you into neutral position so that you don't hurt the lower back. Which one works for you is up to your body. Down and back up, keeping those shoulder blades back, squeeze it. So we're working the shoulder blades, working those muscles between, making sure that those posture muscles get strong, opening up the chest, which brings the chin up, keeping you looking right straight out in front of you. Opens up the air passage. One more time. Down, stop here. We're going to roll the shoulders toward the floor. As you do that, chin's going to come down, not to the chest, just so you can look straight down at the floor. You don't want the head going below the heart. You don't, because you'll just topple right over. Down, it'll happen. And shoulder blades back. Bring it all up. One more time. Down. Roll the hands underneath the chair if you can. Get a nice arch in the back. Looking right straight down at the floor. Hands up, shoulder blades back, arms out to the side. Get a big old bird ready to take off. And bring it back. Bring the arms down. We are running out of time. Hands underneath the thighs. That hip hinge we just did over and over and over again, it's right here. Down. You can roll the shoulders forward, but don't turn sideways at all. And then here's the important part. If you roll down, don't bring the head up first. That uses the lower back to make that raise. You want to use the muscles in the back chain. As they contract, as they get shorter, they're going to bring the torso up. That's what we should be doing. Hips, glutes, and hamstrings. So down, arms underneath, off to the side, shoulder blades are back, deep breath in. Through the nose, push the stomach out. Exhale, coming back down on top of the thighs again. Grab on, get all the air out of the lungs. Get those stomach muscles to contract. And then deep breath in through the nose, up. Stomach out. Exhale, bringing the arms down. You get a break on Friday. There's videos out there. I am not going to be here. I will be flying to Milwaukee. So, boy, my arms will be tired. All right. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. And I will see you next week.